I have just bought a couple things. Nothing crazy, nothing immaculate, but there are problems. So, there is ignition wires. Yes. Obviously, gonna need some spark plugs. Now, these are actually for the Mitsubishi. The turbo is going bad. So, since the turbo is going bad, it is leaking oil into the cylinders. And that is not good, obviously. One, you don't want to have oil part of the combustion process whatsoever. You don't want to have oil in your combustion chamber. It's going to make it really hard for the spark plugs to ignite the fuel. It's also going to give you a different mixture from your tune, so you are not going to be combusting properly. And it can lead to a bunch of other issues as well, such as the turbo going out. So if the turbo goes out and it blows up while I'm driving, most likely what will happen is the teeth from the turbine will actually blow up and get sucked into the engine. And from there, your valves, your pistons, your walls, your piston walls, your cylinder walls, everything is going to get freaking jumbled up, janked up. You're going to get tons of dings, nicks, gnats, and just boogies, okay? You're going to get a ton of boogies, all right? So you don't want that. You don't want your turbo to blow up in your car. Because if that happens, it's a bad thing. You no longer have a car. If your turbo blows up and your engine eats all that metal. So, not what we want to do. Luckily, I only have one that's going out. I'm not showing oil coming out of the other one. So that's a good sign. But I do still want to make sure everything is running properly. I don't want to get oil in my cylinders. I don't want to get oil in the combustion process. And I definitely don't want to get it on my spark plugs. It's causing a bunch of misfires right now. I'm pretty sure my spark plugs are just covered in oil. So, yeah. I got to get the Honda fixed. Once the Honda's fixed, I can put the Mitsubishi back in the garage, start tearing that apart. Take the fans, all the turbo piping, the manifold, and that's pretty much it. Once the hoses are disconnected, it just comes right off. And the TD04 turbos are relatively easy to build and rebuild. And there's kits online for 50 bucks on eBay. I'm actually going to try and go with the pre-assembled cartridge that already has the balanced wheels on it. So I don't have to worry about balancing the wheels whatsoever. That's what I want. But hopefully it goes my way. We'll find out. Soon to be. Tune in. Tune in. Stay tuned. There we go. Stay tuned, everybody. You're not going to want to miss this. Wish me luck.
Turn it on.
Hey, what's happening, Bradley? So, what do we got going on right now?
Well, we're going to do spark plugs, wires, and coil pack, right?
But yes, we are going to do spark plugs and wires. Yes.
I'm a Subaru guy, so...
You're a Subaru guy?
Subaru.
Some laser iridiums. Okay. So we're working on the VR4 today.
You didn't even record what we just did.
No, I didn't record any of what we just did, but it's okay because it was trial error. We're learning, you know.
Yeah, I'm learning to almost lose your car.
I'm gonna throw this baby on some ramps because it turns out that getting 6-ton jack stands isn't really the best, you know, thing to do when you have a sports car, because you can't get the sports car on the lift. You can't get on this jack stand. Anyways, let's start the car. We're gonna get this going on the ramps. Easy peasy, we're not taking the tires off. Before I do that though, there's one thing I gotta do. Hook these up to the exhaust. So now that we have the exhaust pointing outside the tent, we plug the other side. Awesome. Got my kerosene heater working. Keeps this place very warm. Very warm. Also got my little baby heater. We'd have to get all this stuff off anyway. It's just basic stuff. It's just all these turbo housing bolts, fucking throttle, take off the Y pipe, get this out of here, take off the MAF, and then fucking just disconnect these two bolts. This will come floppy, just the intercooler wiring, or injector wiring. And then you can fucking take off this right here, like 3 bolts, and then these 2, and this one also comes off with that one. Pops right off, and then at that point you're gonna have access to the 3 back there. It doesn't have this covering. This covering's just for fucking design. And then we can just pop this off of the design, and then the coil packs pretty much run from here around, and then around. So it's very basic. It's just... So currently we have taken off the mass airflow sensor and the air filter. We've also taken out the battery. And now we have this nice gaping hole in the engine bay, which is always awesome.
You need this whole pipe
Yeah. Taking off the Y pipe, make sure it's not connected to nothing. Disconnect, I think it's a vacuum line.
Yeah.
Buddy Bradley's putting in work over here, man. OG. Here, I got some needle nose right here for you. Perfect. A little custom Y pipe I bought off a 3SX. Perfect. Customizes in 3000 GTs and Stealths of all makes and models. Awesome. Okay. Now comes the fun part. You got to disconnect all these 1990s vacuum lines. Now we do have a diagram right here to go off of, but it's never really fun having to deal with all these. Luckily, they're pretty like set in their ways. So hand. Yes, pull them all off at once. Yeah. Just fucking, there you go. Just get them all off. Try and keep them all connected to the way they were. Don't jumble them around too much. And they are old, so you don't really want to crack them either. I know, I just need to replace them all. I know. Right now we are disconnecting the, I believe the oil intake for the turbo, the upper intake for the oil. And I'm disconnecting the bolts that are holding that onto the intake manifold. And then we have these two bolts here holding the intake manifold.
Why are you talking like that?
Hey, I'm just talking, man. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just talking,
You
bro.
goofing? New boo goofing?
I don't know how to record and talk at the same time. So, I'm just a little weird.
You're a little too weird right now. You need to calm it down.
I got you. Don't even sweat. We just got this last bolt after this one, and then we were home free to take this baby off. And we should be good. Just toss a couple rags on top of the intake holes. It's just getting to these babies is what makes it difficult. And it's just connected. Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. We are now getting some movement on the intake. Did you get it?
Oh, I got it.
He got it.
Slowly but surely.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has got it. You see that bolt there? He's over here taking my jobs. We've now taken the majority of the turbo hoses off. Intake is gone. Connecting hose is gone. Main intake hose is here. Other hoses are here. So we are getting there, making progress. Intake manifold is right about to come off. We are on the last bolt connection, whatever you want to call them. Place those bad boys right here.
Yeah, see what's taking so long? See how long that bolt is? Yeah, no, it didn't work that way. Sorry, bud.
Sorry, what was it?
Did I start it? Because I feel like I didn't.
Because it's working.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm almost out. Oh!
I bet she was glad to hear that.
Cream deep.
The only cream you were doing is fucking
Whipped
Krispy
cream.
Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, baby. Knock those babies over here.
Hopefully.
Oh, wait, no, that's not even the bolt. That's not even the bolt.
Oh, you out here goofing.
Dude, that bolt was for something else. There's something still stuck.
Pull her out, skier.
You never want to yank it out because you're going to break something else. So there's something back here. Aha, vacuum hose. And that should just be able to come out all together. So hang on. Well, I'm back and working hard on the car. I just cleaned out the intake plenum a little bit, threw some brake cleaner in there. Just kind of cleaned them out, not very much, just a little bit. Let's see. And then I cleaned out the turbo hose. Comes from the intake. Cleaned out a little bit of, I gotta clean this out a little bit more. Yeah, so I just took the gasket off, and it was kind of covered in oil. Luckily the oil didn't soak into the gasket and I was able to clean it off, so it looks good now. Cleaned off this side a little bit, nothing crazy, just kind of wiped it down, a little bit of brake clean. And it's pretty much ready to go. And then I dried it all out with a vacuum, kind of just threw a vacuum hose like right here in the main, sucked a whole bunch of air through here for a couple of minutes, just making sure everything dried out. And then I had cleaned the other side a little bit. I still got to do a little bit more cleaning. And I just kind of wiped out the insides of those fucking intakes, the lower intake manifold. So yeah, probably not going to be able to get the turbo out, sadly, and it looks like the rear turbo is probably going to be the issue. I mean, it is like right here, so I mean, I could actually get it out. I haven't attempted yet, but it looks like I would just have to disconnect this hard line here where the oil intake goes. And then I'll have to get rid of these heat shields somehow. I don't really feel a bolt anywhere. And I've never really looked up how to do it, so yeah. Yeah, I got the new wires in. They're actually to length now, so I don't have to worry about stretching the wires out super hard. And everything's looking good. I'm just doing some cleaning. Cleaned out the intake area. There was a bunch of pine needles and rocks and sand over in this area. I kind of just took my brush and I was like brushing everything. Now it's not like a wet clean. I'm not spraying down the engine, mainly because it's winter. I don't want everything to get all rusted and freeze, and because there's a bunch of salt everywhere. But I was kind of just brushing around and then coming in with a vacuum and then, you know, cleaning it up just a little bit just to kind of help out. And then I also cleaned the air filter. The K&N high flow air filter for these cars. This is like the only one. I might give it a good spray real quick and then let it sit, so it's just nice and fresh. Reapply this gasket, put the intake plenum back on, and kind of go from there. It's like someone rode this through the sand dunes or something. It was not me. Alright, so I have just sealed the other gasket on. A little bit of RTV, just going around the edges. Then I'm wiping the inside off so I don't have any excess going into the intakes. But I'm just pretty much getting ready to put the gasket on. Slowly but surely. Alright. This is looking good. Alright, we'll get back to you guys here in a second. Alright, so I pretty much finished putting just about an even amount of RTV. Not like a lot, but just enough to help the gasket seal up. And I have some on the other mating side. So yeah, Bada bam. I'm just cleaning these up right now. Just trying to get the inside cleaned. Kind of messing up this a little bit. There we go. I just don't want too much, you know. I don't want it to get into the intake and start getting in the combustion chamber and messing that up. So I'm just trying to clean off these inner edges. And like I said before, there's not a lot on there. It's just I tried to evenly spread it around. It's going to help the gasket seal up and mate to the other side, and kind of just keep that seal, so we're not getting any vacuum leaks, etc. All right, so I'm going to put this on, and I'll get back to you here in a second. Okay, before I actually mount this, I'm going to be doing the same thing to the mating side for the, shoot, what is it called? The throttle body. Then I'm going to have to do the throttle body as well over there. And the gasket actually ripped, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm pretty much going to put it on. Let me see if I can adjust the light real quick. I guess it's a little bit better. But I'm pretty much going to be putting it on with the bolts. This is the gasket right here. It's actually ripped. So I'm just going to pretty much put RTV on the other side, put the bolts in, and the bolts are going to hold the gasket in place. And then I'm going to mount it and pretty much do the same thing. I have the gasket on this one right now, and there's RTV on the other side, sealing it up. I've made sure it's nice and straight, so it should mount up very nicely. And the other side is nice and coated, nice and even. Cleaned out the insides, cleaned off the outside a little bit. It's just a little bit, but it's going to help it seal up and keep that airtight vacuum. All right, back to you soon. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've gotten this far, I really appreciate you. My camera ended up dying the last second of putting everything back together. Pretty much all I had to do was finish putting the intake plenum on, reconnecting the throttle body, throwing the Y pipe back on there, and then putting on the mass airflow sensor and the air filter. After that, everything ran perfectly. But other than that, I got a couple other things in the works right now. I just ended up rebuilding an engine in like 5 hours with my buddies. I got to give most of the credit to my buddy Sam and my buddy Bradley, because they were all-stars. All-stars. Definitely putting in work. That video will be out here soon enough. And I also have Bob's RC Cars Part 4 coming your way here soon. A couple more modifications that have been done to the RC car, and a couple more pretty cool things going on. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and tell a friend about this video. That could really help me out. I would really appreciate that. The more support I get, the more cool things I can do. So, this is Bobby from Bobby Boosted, checking out. Peace.